Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Mike Huante, and I want to talk movies with you. Today I have a special guest. This is Martin Ramirez, aka Stash 05, aka Big Papa, aka Fellow Nerd Fella. And so we're here to talk about movies.
Hello, everybody, and I want to talk movies with you too.
That's right.
Huante.
So today we're actually talking about the Academy Award nominations. So our first category is going to be Original Score. And the nominees are
Joker,
Little Women,
Marriage Story,
1917,
and Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
So who's your pick?
So, first of all, score really sets the tone for a movie. And for me, no tone was set even more than Joker. Joker, from the beginning, just that vibe, like that cello, and it's like
it has a very unsettling feeling.
Yes, and so I was like, oh, this is gonna be a slow burn.
Yeah,
it's gonna be.
And to me, it felt like boiling water.
Yes,
like it was gonna overflow at any point, or even just explode.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very important.
Yeah, it was very intense.
Yeah, that was intense. But I thought also, you can't have this category without John Williams.
Yeah. The only thing that I would say about the John Williams theme, to me, nothing felt new.
It was all rehashed.
In the Rise of Skywalker, so
it's the John Williams remix.
So to me, it all kind of fell into the background.
Yeah.
Once you hear the beginning, Star Wars, and then you kind of forget.
The music was really epic in 1917, though.
Yeah, it was. It really that was a great. That's a good movie.
And just having that music consistently stay with a one shot. Woof. So honestly, if I came down to it, it kind of the clear front runner is Joker.
I hope, because I loved.
Yeah.
I love that tone. It was very creepy.
And it came out with best original score from the Golden Globes and the Critics' Choice. So it's a clear front runner. We're picking Joker.
Yep. The next category that we have coming up is visual effects.
Visual effects. There were a lot of eye candy in the movie theaters this past year in 2019.
A lot of there's animated movies that looked real.
Mm-hmm.
There was old men that looked not as old.
Epic fight scenes.
Yeah. And then there's a movie that was. It seems like it was shot in one take, and to take you back to 1917 is crazy. So the nominations are
Avengers Endgame,
The Irishman,
The Lion King,
1917,
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Oof.
And it kind of sucks because 1917 was snubbed and it was shot to look like one continuous shot.
Right.
So that's really intense editing.
It is.
Planning, filming, everything.
So, but visual effects wise, it's hard to not say The Lion King because nothing in The Lion King was real. Not the rocks, not the grass, the sky.
That's a lot of work.
Everything was all visual effects.
So, if that's a visual... that could take it.
That's crazy, to be honest. I think it might take it. But to be honest, what I want to win... And this is just mostly because I'm biased.
Avengers Endgame!
No. The Irishman.
The Irishman?
Yes, he looked like 5 years younger.
Honestly, De Niro in his 20s looked like he was in his 50s.
Yeah, big
so, and I don't know. Great effort and a first time use for Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, I think Avengers Endgame and The Lion King are going to be the big competitors here.
If one's gonna win, I think it's The Lion King.
Okay, I'm gonna go Avengers Endgame.
All right.
Especially for that epic ending scene. No one's ever gonna forget that fight scene.
And where was Spider-Man hanging on from?
From a freaking Pegasus?
Come on, man.
That's amazing! Now, me and Martin are big on film editing because we're film editors ourselves. Whenever he makes an edit, I have to jump in and fix it. Whenever I make an edit, he has to jump in and fix it. And editing is very key to making a very good film. Yeah. So, the nominees for Best Editing are...
Ford v Ferrari.
The Irishman.
Jojo Rabbit.
Joker.
And Parasite. Okay.
1917 got snubbed again. But,
okay, let's think about that, though. Because what if it was really just a composition... let's say it was a total of 10 shots. And then that makes up the entire film, right? Mm-hmm. is there really any editing between one to the other?
The transitioning between them.
Yes, that's...
And believe me, it's not 10 continuous shots.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that maybe there wasn't that much editing to be done.
Maybe. But if you had to choose from these films, what would it be?
Well, okay, so The Irishman never felt... It was long. It was 3.5 hours, but it was so entertaining because it's that classic Scorsese cut where it goes from one thing to another, and then comes right back 20 minutes later to the thing you started at.
Yeah.
So...
And you were able to kind of keep track of what was going on through the jumps in time.
And not only that, it's the same editor he's been working with since the 80s, Thelma Shoemaker. And she's amazing. So, honestly, because of how long it was and it didn't feel that long, I'm going to go with The Irishman.
I think on this one I'm going to go with Parasite. And the reason being is because... the way that they moved the camera and the way that they edited the scenes where you don't know what's going to happen next.
Right.
Because you think one thing's going to go one way and it goes a completely different route. And the editing was a very big component in that. So I think Parasite's going to take this one.
We'll see. I mean, either way, it's not... I don't feel like anyone got snubbed particularly.
I think Uncut Gems got snubbed.
For editing?
For editing. The editing from shot to shot... Just the shot when they're looking at the rock and it goes through.
Yes.
And every edit was very important.
Right.
And it interpreted the feelings of different characters.
Right.
I think Uncut Gems was snubbed from this.
I can see that.
Anyway, so that's your nominees, and I'm with Parasite.
And I am with The Irishman. So the next category is cinematography. Woo. Cinematography is crazy. I
love myself a good shot.
Yeah, me too. and we consider ourselves amateur cinematographers. So
yes, it's all about getting it in the frame, and it helps tell the story.
Exactly.
It's very important.
So what are the nominees?
The nominees are The Irishman,
The Joker,
The Lighthouse,
1917,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Whew. That is a tough one.
Each one of these films are time periods. Going back, The Irishman, to be honest, I felt was the weakest of them all because it just looked
kind of
generic, exactly. Yeah. Like there was no soul to it. It didn't have its own personality. Yeah. So although it was good, it was really good. I never felt like I was this took me back in time.
I think the front runners for me on this one, it's going to be between...
Oh, man, there's a couple of them, actually.
The Lighthouse for me.
Yeah.
And 1917.
Oh, man, yeah. I have to... I think with 1917 for me, because Deakins does it again.
Yeah.
And again and again.
Yeah. He never fails.
And then the fact that he made it look like it was all shot in one take. Yep. Which is super difficult.
And he's even, whenever you look at his interviews and the way he talks, he likes to be involved from the get-go. He wants to go to the locations. He does a lot of planning. He doesn't just show up and say, okay, let's get this shot. He knows exactly what's going to happen, where it's going to go, and he's honestly the clear front runner in this category. However, I'm going to go with an underdog, and I'm going to say The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse is beautiful.
Yes.
But I'm gonna stick with 1917.
All right, there you go. That's our pick. Our next category is animated feature, and man, there was a huge snub in this category.
I don't think so much, but okay.
Because I enjoyed Frozen 2 and it was taken out. And honestly, if I had to pick between that one and Toy Story 4, yes, I would have chosen Toy Story 4. But honestly, I don't, who knows?
You just answered your own question. Let's go to the nominations.
Okay.
First nominated is How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World.
I Lost My Body.
Klaus.
Missing Link.
And Toy Story 4.
And Missing Link, surprisingly, took a Golden Globe.
I know it. Yeah, I was not interested in that film.
It was good,
to be honest.
It was really good. I sat down with the kids and we watched it, and I was like, "Wow, this is pretty." And honestly, that kind of animation's been around for a long time. Mm-hmm. It's about time that it takes an Oscar.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think what happened was we got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and it took home over all the Pixar films and Disney films. That kind of set a new level and new tone for the academies, and I think it's starting to say, you know what, we're going to open our eyes to more animation.
Yeah.
So I think that there's a good chance Missing Link, or even I Lost My Body.
I honestly, I'm gonna go with my personal favorite, which is How to Train Your Dragon. I thought that was a great ending to that story.
Great ending, great trilogy.
Yeah, so I have to go with that. Okay. On to the next category, which is international feature film. That's crazy.
That's a new category.
That's weird. It's no longer called foreign feature film or foreign language.
Best foreign language. Interesting.
You know, like if a movie was made in Mexico, even though it's in North America, it would be considered an international film.
Yes. And
not so much a best picture
Yeah.
You see what I mean? That doesn't
You're thinking
make sense.
continents, not countries. These are countries with different languages.
Okay.
Coming from all sorts of backgrounds, cultures, ethnicities. Well, don't call it language. Call it international.
Okay, well then sometimes I can't understand people from Minnesota. So if somebody from Minnesota made a movie,
but they live in the United States.
But can that be nominated? You're talking about country too.
Yeah, United States is a country.
But if I can't understand them, can that be nominated for best international film? Because I need subtitles.
Martin, just say the nominees.
I need subtitles.
And the nominees are Corpus Christi,
Honeyland,
Les Miserables,
Pain and Glory,
Parasite.
I'm gonna go with Parasite because it's the only film I saw.
It's obvious.
And if it doesn't win, okay.
Pain and Glory actually has a good chance.
Yes.
Antonio Banderas had a phenomenal
Pedro Almodovar is... He's been working with him for years, and his movies are very...
they make good movies.
I'm excited because I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard amazing things.
It is amazing. So you need to watch it.
Wow, it's incredible.
Parasite, though, is going to be the clear front runner. It has been sweeping a lot of awards, and since it's already been kind of placed in the Best Picture category, you kind of get the idea that, it's going to win Best International Film.
Yeah, it kind of has to.
So, moving on. The next category is for supporting actor, and we are kind of jumping the gun and getting into our favorite categories. There's a lot of other ones like production design, hairstyle, all this other amazing stuff.
We're not experts in that.
We don't really know too much about that. But we can tell you what we think as far as these final amazing categories.
Yes.
So, for supporting actor, we have
Tom Hanks,
Anthony Hopkins,
Al Pacino,
Joe Pesci,
and Brad Pitt.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, God. Those are good actors.
Have you seen Two Popes?
Yes.
Very good. I don't know.
On Netflix?
He might get... I don't know, because Netflix is killing it.
Netflix is dominating.
Yep.
They actually have the most awards from any production company at the Academies. So that's pretty awesome.
So, Joe Pesci...
Take that, Steven Spielberg. Sorry. What?
Joe Pesci, in the little role he had, was very...
Probably the last role we'll see him in.
Yeah, but very memorable. Like, I loved his... He's very different from the Joe Pesci we know.
Yeah.
Like, he's not the casino crazy killing...
He's very calm.
Yeah, he's very reserved.
Collected, reserved.
Yeah, and that's something we haven't seen from him in a long time.
Al Pacino's loud.
Like always, I think that's his strength, is over the top.
Yeah.
But he was very good too. Like, he had those quiet moments where he was talking to Robert De Niro and talking about his fears and like what's gonna happen, and like
he had those moments where he was vulnerable, and I think that was the amazing part of his acting.
This is one of his most vulnerable parts,
especially
in a long time.
Especially the ending. Woo, man, damn. Yeah, that kind of brought a tear. That broke my heart.
And then of course you have Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah,
and he was kind of like born to play Mr. Rogers.
And that's what concerns me though, because the Academy is known for trying to get people that transform into different characters like that. And I'm like, you know what? But I'm pulling for Brad Pitt. I'm really pulling for Brad Pitt.
I loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but it didn't... I don't see any... Like, Brad Pitt didn't stand out for me.
Not until the very end.
other than like, the scene with the Bruce Lee. That was really funny, but...
And the acid trip?
The acid trip, but I wouldn't... Acting-wise, no. I don't think he was the best supporting actor.
He's taken awards already for supporting actor at the Critics' Choice and for the Golden Globe, so he is a clear front runner. I did like Brad Pitt a lot over the other ones. It honestly, man, I would choose Joe Pesci if I could. He's not gonna get it. I'm going Brad Pitt.
I'm gonna go with someone I don't think anyone's just talking about. Is just Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go with that.
Okay. And you know what? Honestly, it would be Brad Pitt's first Academy Award.
Yeah. No kidding.
And he hasn't had that many nominations in his career, so I'd be happy if he took it home.
You know, I'm gonna root for him too a little bit.
Cool.
Just a little bit. Next category is supporting actress.
Oh, this is hard.
These women killed it.
All of them.
All of them did.
All of them killed it.
I don't even know where to.
This is a lot harder than supporting actor.
Yes, because I loved almost everyone in here.
Almost.
Yes. Well, let's go to the nominations.
Okay.
Kathy Bates,
Laura Dern,
Scarlett Johansson,
Flora Pugh,
and Margot Robbie.
Scarlett Johansson got nominated twice.
JoJo, yeah. She was
Rabbit?
amazing in Jojo Rabbit.
And she was amazing in Marriage Story.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Imagine she wins both.
That'd be history.
I don't know if it's history because I think somebody else might have already done that before.
Really? In the same year?
Maybe, yeah.
Well, double check that.
Supporting and...
But Scarlett Johansson's been in the game for so long, I would love for her to win as well.
I would love for her to win one of these.
Yes. I don't think this category's for her. I think Laura Dern's going to take it.
Laura Dern was cold.
She was cold-hearted.
She was like, I'll be your best friend, and then next second, like, she'll stab you in the back.
And honestly, like, she had the best little monologue when she was talking about, and this is sacrilegious, but she was talking about God and how he was a father who impregnated a woman and left her just like all the other dads in the world. And I was like, wow. So there's some, her acting in this was crazy good.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, I'm going to go with, ScarJo, but Margot Robbie might take it too.
Margot Robbie and Bombshell.
Who knows? I'm not really sure, but I'm going to go with ScarJo.
And I'll say Laura Dern only because also clear frontrunner has won every award so far. We are down to the final 4 categories. These are the big ones, and we're hoping that they win big. So,
yes.
Great nominees. This is going to be very hard. The first category that we're going to go for the big 4 is leading actor.
Yes. And nominated are Antonio Banderas,
Leonardo DiCaprio,
Adam Driver,
Joaquin Phoenix,
and Jonathan Pryce.
Man, phenomenal acting. Greatest acting. Now, again, I like using this front runner phrase because at the Critics' Choice and the Golden Globes, there's been consistent winning in some of these categories, and honestly, the clear winner is Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
So, amazing acting. He totally transformed. Batman and Joker are his favorite characters. Yes. It's just...
But that's not why I love
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. He reminded me of a couple of people that I know. And it was very disturbing to see him just kind of, well, I guess since no one's going to help me, I'm just going to dive into this hole. And it's very, like...
It's sad.
It's sad. It's shocking. It's very... You know, like, just... It looked like it hurt being him. Mm-hmm. Just, like, physically. Like, the laughing with the, like he'll, like, start coughing.
And he studied people that had that condition, so
it just looks painful to see him perform that. Now, this is the big category for leading actress.
Lots of great acting from the actresses. Mm-hmm. I think they need to start just putting actors all together. And then when the girls win over the men, that's when we're going to get some equality.
I don't disagree, but I would like to see more. So I don't mind that they have them separate so we can get more...
You just proved my point about the whole film category thing. So, the nominees are Cynthia Erivo,
Scarlett Johansson,
Saoirse Ronan,
Charlize Theron,
and Renee Zellweger.
So
the clear frontrunner, not my choice, but the clear frontrunner is Renee Zellweger. for her role as Judy Garland.
Mm-hmm. She looks exactly like her.
Looks exactly, sounds like her, moves like her.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is a well-deserved win, and her first also, I think, if she wins.
I don't know if it's her first, because I don't know if she was nominated for Chicago.
No, if she wins.
Oh,
Not nominations.
Oh, okay.
But she has won already the Golden Globe and the Critics' Choice as well, so it's kind of a clear
It is weird, because this movie, to me, went under the radar.
It did kind of go under the radar. Not a lot of
advertising.
It's
like out of nowhere, just like, oh, and then there's Judy. What's Judy?
Everyone was like, what? Honestly, I am pulling for Scarlett Johansson still. I thought this was her year. I really did. And if you saw a previous post I did on Marriage Story, I said, this is her year. It was great acting. It wasn't your typical Scarlett Johansson. It was a totally different turn for her. So that's my choice.
If Scarlett doesn't win this, I hope she wins the Best Supporting. So, let's just say I'm not gonna vote for her this time. I'm gonna give it to Charlize Theron for Bombshell. To be honest, the dark horse.
Theron.
Yeah, it's a dark horse. I mean, it's a dark horse pick, I think, but I don't know. She was great in that too.
Ooh, this next category, man. This is one of the many goals of Martin and I is to be one day good directors.
Yeah.
So this next category is for Best Director, and the nominees are
The Irishman, Martin Scorsese.
Joker, Todd Phillips.
1917, Sam Mendes.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino.
And Parasite, Bong Joon-ho.
Woo!
Did I say that right?
You did say it right. All right. Good job. I'm very proud of you.
You have to cut, right?
So, man, I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know.
okay.
I don't know. Martin Scorsese's not going to win this one.
Wait. Let's go back, because I think you're
win.
wrong. Let's take out the people who I don't think are going to win. You say Marty, which is sacrilegious.
I love Marty.
I don't think Tarantino's going to win at all.
I don't think Todd Phillips is going to win.
I don't think Todd Phillips is going to win either. I think it comes down between Sam Mendes
and Bong Joon-ho.
But I also think Scorsese's in there for me. 3.5 hours for you to stay focused on the story.
Almost the same.
Go all the way. Go.
Almost the same time frame for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, but that's not as complex as The Irishman.
There was a lot of moving parts.
The Irishman goes back and forth. Okay, we got to remember that he's young in this age.
If you want to think about how they had, if you want to think about these directors and how they had to direct a technical achievement like they have in 2019, it really does come down to The Irishman and 1917.
Yes.
Because just the planning, the involvement that they had to be in to get this done. Now, Sam Mendes had to get really technical to make this movie versus Martin Scorsese, who all the actors say he sets up his shot, he sets up his scenes, and he lets them do their thing.
Right.
So, he does have a little bit more leeway than Sam Mendes. He's a little bit more chill about stuff. But, even Bong Joon-ho did a phenomenal job directing because the whole film was a misdirection. You didn't know where it was going to go, and that's the work of a master.
Yeah.
So, all of them masters. I'm going to go with Sam Mendes.
Oh, man. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because as much as I want to see Martin Scorsese, for you to plan out a single take movie set in 1917, World War I,
and to make it entertaining,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
And I think that really does take a master.
It does.
And I'm not saying that the other people aren't masters, but I think Sam Mendes just brought it this time.
He did. I think he's ready to take this award home. So Sam Mendes is the clear winner for us.
Yeah. The big award for the night, Best Picture.
Best Picture. I am super excited to see who takes this because the awards have been scattered on this.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win. The film with the most nominations was Joker.
Yeah.
The three runner-ups
were Irishman, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
And they each had 10 award nominations. So definitely a great year. Definitely a great year for Netflix too.
Yeah, big time.
Man.
They took most of the nominations there.
Yeah, and then they're twice in this category. Yeah. So let's go ahead and say the nominees.
Ford v. Ferrari.
The Irishman.
Jojo Rabbit.
Joker.
Little Women.
Marriage Story.
1917.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
And Parasite.
who is going to win?
Who is not going to win? Let's start there.
Parasite's out.
Little Women.
Great film, but it's out because it's going to win Best International Film.
I love Ford v Friday, but it's not winning.
And you said Little Women as well?
Yeah, Little Women, get it out of there.
Okay, let's take it out. Marriage Story, as amazing as it is, I don't think it's going to take it.
No. You know what? It reminded me of like that movie, Love Story.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it was just like a big book, and it was like, oh my god, but that's what it was. And I think in the future, it won't be regarded as like this. Maybe it will, but
I think it will. I think it'll still like stand the test of time.
Yeah, but I don't think
it's not going to win Best Picture
compared to these other films. No.
So, who do you want to win, and who do you think is going to win?
Oh man, I might actually change my answer now because I think, for selfish reasons, I want The Irishman to win.
Okay.
But I think, oh man, I think a dark horse, Joker's gonna win.
Okay, that would be amazing.
Because it's just like, I don't think anyone's expecting Joker to win at all. And it's just when I feel like it's gonna be the one.
Okay, and I'm in the same boat as far as who I want to win. I do want The Irishman to take Best Picture. However, I think that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's gonna take it. I think it really is. It's a love letter to Hollywood.
And see, that's where I think you might have a point, because Hollywood loves stories about Hollywood.
Yep. They love to gloat. They're very vain.
Yeah, so...
And it's a fun, violent end.
Yes. It's a twist to what really happened. So, I don't want to give any spoilers out there, but it's...
Great film.
Brutal at the end.
Great film, though.
Very good.
One of Quentin Tarantino's best.
Not his best.
But one of his best.
Sure. That's okay.
So those are our picks for the Oscar nominees, and so we're looking forward to the 2020 Academy Awards for the 2019 film year. A lot of great choices, a lot of great nominees to pick from. A lot of clear, obvious winners because they were paid off. The Academy was paid to, give them the award.
Yes, all 700 of the members were paid off.
Exactly.
By one person.
But honestly, it's my Super Bowl. I'm looking forward to it, and we hope that you were looking forward to it too. Let us know in the comments below, who do you think is going to win this year? And if they need to find you, where can they find you, Martin?
Well, you can follow me on YouTube at Stash05. I've started my YouTube channel up again, so we should be getting more content. He'll be on there as well.
Yes, I will.
So from time to time, and also you can find us both from time to time on Nerdfellas.
That's right. So make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share, and we look forward to seeing you again. I'm Mike Huante.
I'm Martin.
Thank you for joining Huante Talk. That's a wrap.